Today, we are going to uncover 10 powerful truths about money that are never taught in school. Rules that the wealthy quietly understand, which most people discover far too late. What if I told you that almost everything you have been taught about money is a lie? You were told the formula: study hard, get a degree, work for 40 years, and maybe you'll die comfortable. But if that formula worked, why is the world filled with hardworking people who are still broke? Why do some struggle for decades while others seem to attract wealth effortlessly? Today, we are tearing down the wall. We are uncovering the 10 little truths about money that the 1% understand and that you discover far too late. This isn't just a video, it is an exit strategy. Lesson 1: Money follows value. Imagine this. A young man sits in a small, dimly lit room. It is late at night. Everyone else is asleep. On the table in front of him, there is no pile of money, no luxury, no success, just ideas. He is not thinking about becoming rich. He is not calculating profits. He is asking a different question. How can I create something people truly need? Years later, the world would know his name, Steve Jobs. But in that moment, he wasn't chasing money. He was chasing value. One of the greatest investors in history, Warren Buffett, once said, "Price is what you buy, value is what you get." And yet, most people live their lives the opposite way. They wake up every day thinking, how can I make more money? So they work harder, push longer, chase faster, but something never changes. Because money is not something you chase. It is something that responds. Think about it. Every product you use, every service you pay for, you don't give your money away randomly. You give it in exchange for something valuable. And that's the secret most people miss. The people who become truly wealthy are not obsessed with money. They are obsessed with one thing: solving problems, creating something useful, something meaningful, something people can't ignore. And when they do, money follows. Quietly, consistently, inevitably. So maybe the question was never, how can I make more money? Maybe the real question is, what value can I create that people cannot live without? And the moment you start asking that question, everything changes. Listen to. Money is a mindset before it's a number. Imagine two people, same city, same opportunities, same starting point, but completely different lives. The first one wakes up every morning thinking, there is never enough. Money is hard to earn. People like me don't get rich. So they play it safe. They avoid risks. They stay where they are. Year after year, nothing changes. The second person, they think differently. They look at the same world and ask, what can I build? What can I create? How can I grow? They don't see money as something limited. They see it as something expandable. And slowly, their life begins to shift. New opportunities appear. New doors open. New results follow. But here is the truth most people miss. The difference was never their circumstances. It was their beliefs. Henry Ford said it perfectly. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. If you believe money is rare, you will act carefully, fearfully, and small. If you believe money can be created, you will act boldly, creatively, and differently. And your actions shape your reality. So the real question is not how much money do I have, but what do I believe about money? Because the moment that belief changes, everything else follows. Lesson 3. Income alone doesn't create wealth. One of the biggest financial illusions people believe is this: that earning more money automatically means becoming wealthy. It sounds logical. More income, more security, more freedom. But reality tells a very different story. There are people earning six figures every year who are still financially stressed, still living paycheck to paycheck, still worried about money. Why? Because wealth is not created by income. It is created by behavior. Income can increase your lifestyle, but it does not directly increase your wealth. In fact, for many people, higher income simply leads to higher expenses. Better house, better car, better lifestyle, but not better financial stability. And this is where most people get trapped. They focus on earning more instead of learning how to keep and grow what they earn. Because money doesn't stay with the person who earns it. It stays with the person who knows how to manage it. This is why someone earning $50,000 a year can become financially stable, while someone earning $200,000 can still feel broke. The difference is not income. The difference is discipline. Warren Buffett said it in the simplest way possible. Do not say what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. But most people do the exact opposite. They spend first and then try to save what is left. But what is left? It is usually nothing. Wealth is not built through occasional big decisions. It is built through small, consistent habits. How much you save, how you spend, where you invest, day after day, month after month, year after year. And over time, those small decisions compound into something powerful. So the real question is not, how much money do I make? It's a deeper question. What am I doing with the money I make? Because income can make you look rich, but only habits can make you be rich. Lesson 4. Time is the real currency. Most people spend their entire lives chasing money, believing that more income means more freedom, more security, more happiness. But at some point, they realize something far more terrifying. It was never about the money. It was about the time they lost. Imagine a person waking up early every day, rushing, working, postponing life, telling themselves, I'll enjoy it later. Delaying dreams, delaying joy, delaying life itself, because they were taught one simple lie: earn first, live later. But life doesn't work that way. Money can be earned again. A lost job can be rebuilt. An empty bank account can be refilled. Bad investments can be recovered. But the single lost day never comes back. A year wasted, a dream postponed, a life delayed cannot be bought again at any price. That's why time is the real currency of life. Every single day, you are spending something invisible. And while most people track every dollar, they ignore the one thing that is actually running out: their time. True wealth is not measured by how much you earn. It is measured by how you spend your mornings. Who owns your day? Whether you are living or just surviving. Can you stop when you want? Can you choose your time? Can you say no without fear? Can you give your energy to what really matters? Or are you trading your life? just to keep up. Most people think they are making money, but in reality, they are spending their life, hour by hour, energy by energy, silently exchanging something priceless for something replaceable. So, the goal is not just to make money. The goal is to build a life where you can buy back your time. Because freedom doesn't first appear in your bank account, it appears in your schedule. The moment you decide how to live your day, you begin to become truly wealthy. Real success is not being seen by everyone, it is owning your own life. Remember this: money is a tool, but time is your existence. And the greatest form of wealth is living a life where your time truly belongs to you. Lesson 5. Money loves speed. There's a painful truth many people learn too late. Life does not wait for the perfectly prepared, neither do opportunities. So many people sit with good ideas for months, even years. They think, they plan, they research, they question themselves. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, the perfect versions of themselves. And while they are waiting, someone else moves. Someone less talented, someone less intelligent, someone less prepared, but someone willing to act. That is one of the hardest lessons about money. Money often rewards movement before mastery. It does not always go to the person with the best plan. It often goes to the person who was brave enough to begin. How many financial opportunities are lost not because people are incapable, but because they hesitate too long? A business idea delayed, an investment postponed, a skill never monetized, a conversation never started, a chance ignored because fear disguises itself as "I need more time." And the truth is, delay has a cost. And sometimes the price of waiting is greater than the price of making a mistake. As Tony Robbins says, the path to success is to take massive, determined actions. This does not mean being reckless. It means understanding that endless thinking can become a prison. It means realizing that clarity often comes after action, not before it. Financially successful people who are always the ones who never doubt. They are often the ones who decide faster, learn faster, adjust faster, and recover faster. Because money loves energy. Money loves momentum. Money loves people who are willing to move when others are still overanalyzing. In the end, the difference between staying stuck and moving forward is often not intelligence. It is speed. The courage to say, "I may not know everything yet, but I will begin." And that decision alone can change everything. Lesson 6. Comfort is expensive. Comfort feels warm, familiar, predictable, safe, and that is exactly why so many people stay there for too long. They stay in jobs they hate. They stay in routines that drain them. They stay in financial patterns that make them anxious every single month. Not because they love those things, but because they know them. The human mind often chooses familiar pain over unfamiliar possibility. That's why comfort can become one of the most expensive habits a person ever develops. At first, comfort looks not dangerous. It looks peaceful. It says, "just stay here a little longer. Don't take the risk yet. Don't make things harder. Be grateful for what you have." And sometimes gratitude is wisdom. But sometimes comfort uses gratitude as an excuse to keep you small. Growth is really born inside convenience. It is born in discomfort, in uncertainty, in the awkward phase where your old life no longer fits, but your new life has not fully formed yet. That in between place is where many people turn back. Not because they are incapable of growing, but because growth feels unfamiliar and unfamiliarity feels dangerous. It can cost you courage. It can cost you income, opportunity, expansion, and self respect. Because every year spent saying, maybe later, has a price. Sometimes the greatest financial breakthrough begins the moment a person becomes tired of their own excuses. The moment they choose temporary discomfort over permanent dissatisfaction. That is when life shifts. Because the truth is simple. Comfort feels cheap in the moment, but over time it can cost you everything. Lesson 7. Your environment shapes your income. There was a young man who always dreamed bigger than his surroundings. He spoke about ideas, growth, possibilities. But every time he did, people laughed. Be realistic. That's not for people like us. Why are you dreaming so big? Slowly, something inside him began to shrink. He started talking less, dreaming less, believing less. Until one day, he met someone new. Someone who didn't laugh at his ideas. Someone who said, "Why not you?" That single sentence changed everything. Because for the first time, he was in a room that didn't shrink him. It expanded him. As Charlie Munger said, spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. Sometimes your income doesn't grow because your environment doesn't allow your mind to grow. Change the room, and you may change your entire future. Lesson 8. Fear keeps people poor. Most people do not stay financially stuck because they are lazy. And they do not stay stuck because they are not smart enough. They are stuck because they are afraid. Afraid of losing money. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of starting something and looking foolish. Afraid of taking a risk and being proven wrong. Afraid of wanting more and falling in public. Fear is powerful because it sounds reasonable. It rarely screams. It whispers. Wait a little longer. This is probably not the right time. What if you fail? What if people laugh? What if you lose everything? What if you are not the kind of person who succeeds? So many dreams die in the hands of fear long before life ever tests them. A person may have intelligence, talent, discipline, and opportunity, but fear can make all that powerless. Because fear does not need to destroy your ability. It only needs to delay your action long enough. There are people who never built wealth not because they lacked potential, but because they spent years worshipping safety. They wanted guarantees before movement, certainty before growth, proof before courage, but life rarely works that way. As Mark Cuban said, it doesn't matter how many times you fail, you only have to be right once. That's the mindset fear cannot tolerate. Fear wants perfection. Courage accepts process. Fear wants a life without pain. Courage understands that some pain is the price of expansion. Fear keeps people in small rooms and convinces them they are protected. But what it really does, it keep them far from possibility. Yes, risk is scary. Yes, mistakes are painful. Yes, Trying can expose you, but staying the same has a cost too. A silent cost, a long-term cost, a soul-level cost. The tragedy is not always failing. Sometimes the real tragedy is never finding out what your life could have become because fear made all your decisions for you. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means moving with trembling hands anyway. And for many people, wealth does not begin when fear disappears. It begins when fear is no longer allowed to lead. Lesson 9. Money amplifies who you already are. People often say, if I had more money, I would become a different person. But money does not usually create a new character. It reveals the one that was already there. Money is an amplifier. It makes your habits louder, your values clearer, your character more visible. A kind person with money often becomes more generous. A wise person with money often becomes more impactful. A selfish person with money often becomes more selfish. An insecure person with money often becomes more arrogant, more performative, more desperate to prove something. That's why the pursuit of money is also the pursuit of self. Because the question is never only, how do I make more? The deeper question is, what is money going to magnify in me when it arrives? As Warren Buffett once said, money just brings out the basic traits in people. That is why inner work matters. That is why values matter. That is why identity matters. If someone is empty, money may decorate the emptiness, but it cannot heal it. If someone is generous, money may become a tool for service. If someone is lost, money may give them more ways to get lost. This is important because many people chase wealth as if it will rescue them from themselves. But money is not a personality transplant. It is not a guarantee for peace, depth, wisdom, or love. It is a tool, a magnifier, a mirror. And that mirror can be uncomfortable. Because while the world teaches people how to get rich, very few people ask who they are becoming in the process. Are they becoming bitter or better? Harder or wiser? More generous or more fearful? More grounded or more addicted to validation? Money is powerful, but character is more powerful. Because at the end of the day, wealth in the hands of a beautiful soul becomes blessing. Wealth in the hands of a broken soul often becomes destruction. So the real work is not just building money. It is building yourself. Lesson 10. Financial freedom is about choice. This may be the most beautiful truth about money. Money itself is not the destination. Freedom is. People often chase money thinking it will make them happy. But happiness is too complex to be bought. What money can buy, however, is something incredibly powerful. Choice. The choice to leave what is draining you. The choice to protect your peace. The choice to live where your soul breathes easier. The choice to spend more time with your family. The choice to say no without fear. The choice to stop surviving and start living intentionally. That's why financial freedom matters. Not because luxury is evil or beautiful, not because wealth is everything, but because dependence is heavy. There is a unique pain in needing things you do not want, accepting conditions that crush your spirit, living according to what fear can afford instead of what purpose calls you toward. Freedom changes that. As Naval Ravikant said, the purpose of wealth is freedom. That single sentence explains more about money than most books. Real wealth is not only about numbers in an account. It is about owning your time, owning your attention, owning your decisions, owning your days. It is waking up and knowing your life is not entirely controlled by pressure, panic, or necessity. It is having enough margin to choose alignment over desperation. And maybe that's why so many people cry when they finally experience even a small amount of financial breathing room. Because beneath the money, what they are really feeling is relief, dignity, space, possibility. Financial freedom does not mean a perfect life. It means a wider life. A life with options. A life with ownership. A life where you can build according to values instead of fear. In the end, money is not most powerful when it buys status. It is most powerful when it buys back your life. And that may be the most valuable thing of all. Money is not just numbers. It is energy, choices, opportunities, and responsibility. The people who understand money deeply don't just work for it. They learn how it works. And once you understand these truths, you start seeing the financial world very differently. So the question becomes, which of these truths change the way you see money? And more importantly, what will you do with that knowledge? Some messages come to us when we are ready to hear them. If this resonated, leave a comment below and join the journey by liking and subscribing.